So, hi there, I'm going to show you how to inject data from One Vision Hive into the new NHS PCSE Online portal. This basically has a couple of advantages. It means that we don't have to retype information into the portal that One Vision already has. For example, patient name, patient address, eligibility, prescription data, voucher values, etc. etc. Also, you can use One Vision Hive for administration reasons to kind of track your voucher submissions, which is especially useful if patients don't collect glasses on time. Before you can use our injection system, you need to make sure you've been set up, your practice is set up on the PCSE portal, and then you've got the various logins. We also need a contractor code, and this needs to be put into your One Vision Hive control panel. You do that basically by going to admin and control panel, and you've got an NHS forms tab, and then there's this NHS contractor code here that normally starts with a TP. And can be found inside your portal basically. So for injecting the information, there's two options really during the patient journey which we can inject. My preferred method is to do it at the end. So once your patient's been tested, once they've chosen the glasses, once you put it on the till, because actually we've then got all the information we need to inject into the system. If we do it earlier, we won't know what glasses they've chosen, we won't know their exact prescription, etc, etc. So effectively, if we're going to do it at the end, what we need to do first is bring up our patient. And you just run the system as normal. So when we go to the till screen, what I've done here is I've popped on a GOS1 voucher just by clicking voucher and adding it in. We'll also here we'll pop an A voucher on there as well. And what you'll notice is there are in the brackets we've got the voucher GOS1, GOS3, and they both have the status of new. And that effectively is telling us that we haven't submitted these yet, etc, etc. Because we put these on the till now, they'll actually be on our daily NHS summary, and you can find that by going to your main diary page. You've got this little blue NHS symbol here. If you click that, it will show you any vouchers that have been put through today. We've got this patient Joseph Bloggs, so we've got here a GOS1 and a GOS3. So first of all, we'll submit the GOS1. Here also, I'll just point out we've got this box that says add code. When we submit this into the portal, the NHS will give us a claimed code, so we can put that back in there for administration purposes. Also, we've got this button here that says new, and that's just saying it's a new claim that we've not injected yet fundamentally. So if we click this GOS1 button here, that will take us to the portal. You can log in beforehand. If not, you can log in at this point. It'll ask you to select your practice, I think, as well, or not. And then you'll notice that information has been pre-filled. So we've now got here Joseph Bloggs, we've got date of birth, we've got the address, etc. in there. You've got a code at the bottom here, a claim or a claim number. What I suggest you do is copy that. Control C, I think should do it. And then we're going to put that back into here. There you go. What that means is that we've now effectively got a code number that, should we have to go and look at it on the portal later, we've got a reference back between the two systems. Effectively, you can then run through your claim, save and next, etc, etc, run through the whole thing until we get to with the GOS1, you want to get to a point where it's been accepted. That means the NHS are going to pay you that money realistically. If you've got any questions on actually processing these claims on the NHS portal, I suggest there's a YouTube channel that PCSE run. It's called Katrina Explains. So if you just Google Katrina Explains PCSE, it will come up and they can answer any questions. Fundamentally though, you'll take this through to a point where it's accepted. And then for admin purposes, I would go back to the One Vision Hive and change this new here to accepted. You can then refer to this at the end of the day. This will show all the patients you see today, NHS summary obviously, so all your GOS ones at the end of the day want to be accepted. GOS3 is slightly different, as is GOS4. You still click this button here, it'll still take you through to the portal, you can put all the information in, etc. But usually what will happen in this case is the patient, you won't submit the form fully until the patient collects the glasses. So from the point of view of today, you take it to the point of awaiting contractor. So once again though, once you've got to that point, I would go back and hang on, we'll put our code in again. Control C. Control V, and so there we go. This one, presuming I've gone to awaiting contractor, you can change the status here, awaiting contractor. So that's how you really want your end of day to look. You want all your GOS ones to be accepted and all your GOS 3s and 4s to say awaiting contractor. That makes sense. With the GOS 3s, then you're in a situation where when they come and collect the glasses, let's say it's 2 days or a week, good habit really is if a patient's collecting glasses, get their file up, because they might even have a balance to pay. So if we look this patient up, go Joseph Blogs again. So yeah, in this case he's got a £64.59 balance, so he's got that to pay. But also if you look at the vouchers, under our blue GOS 1 it says accepted, as we know. On the GOS 3 it says awaiting contractor. I'm just going to close these tabs down so you can see the way we can do this. So the patient's collecting today, we're going to go back into PCSE Online and submit the final claim. If we click on the voucher there, it brings up this little summary. So it says current voucher status is awaiting contractor, claim number is ADK53244. Again, we're going to copy that, ideally without the space at the end. Sorry, there we go. If you click the NHS button now, that'll open up a new tab and take you to the search box when we sign in there. So you can then pop your claim number into the search box here, and then you can search for it. Obviously you'll then sign it, get the patient to sign it, and then you can change this status here to accepted. And then that's pretty much done and dusted realistically. So that's patient journey 1, where we're doing everything at the end. Alternatively, you might say, actually, I want to inject some stuff into the portal before I put it on the till. Maybe that's because you're doing it before the patient even has a sight test, or maybe you just don't want to do it all in one go at the end. So your options are, I'm going to bring up another patient. Let's bring myself up here. Under the details tab, you've got your 3 injection points, GOS 1, GOS 3, GOS 4. If you click those, it'll literally do exactly the same thing. The disadvantage of this, especially if you're doing a GOS 3, you won't have done the sight test at this point, so you won't know what the new prescription is, you won't know necessarily the vouchers that have been issued, etc, etc, but it will still put the patient name in, the address, the eligibility. So just a quick note on admin now. If you we'll go back to the home screen there, you've got what might be the case. Hopefully your GOS ones are going to get processed every day and reach accepted, so done and dusted. You can check that every day. You might have a situation though where you've left a GOS 3 at a waiting contractor, and then 3 months later you want to do a bit of admin and make sure you've submitted your old vouchers, because either somebody on the day of collection forgot to finalise the claim, or maybe it's sat in a box on the collection shelf waiting to go. So the easiest way to see the ones that are still outstanding, presumably you've done all your admin properly, go to the admin menu and you can go to outstanding. Not only does that show your outstanding cash balances, if you click GOS 1 it will show you the outstanding forms with a date, so you can set yourself a cut-off of 1 month, 2 months, etc. by scrolling up and down and process those. Similarly, GOS 3 and GOS 4, it will show you the outstanding ones. Again, at that point, this has got no code because we didn't put the code in obviously on this patient, but if you've done your admin right, that should show the code there. And if you click the NHS button there, it will take you back to the PCSE claim search, so you can claim for that and finalise it in whichever way you feel you need to do. Any questions as ever, use your WhatsApp groups and ask me questions. Thank you guys.